We move into 1862. In February of 1862, a very well-known young soprano by the name of Adelina Patti. She was born in Madrid, Spain in 1845. At the age of 8, her parents realized she was a child prodigy vocally. She was trained for a short while in Sweden. Then she moved to New York City, and she was trained there. She debuted with the New York Opera Company at the age of 16. By the time she was 18, she'd already made a European tour. Abraham and Mary Lincoln would lose their son Willie in February of 1862. Adelina Patti was nearby in Baltimore, I believe, doing a concert. People in the White House staff contacted her, asked her if she would do a private concert for the Lincolns to try to raise their spirits. She did that the last week of February, and as she was ending her program that evening, Abraham Lincoln asked her if she knew the song Home Sweet Home, written by John Howard Payne in 1823. She replied that she indeed did. She did the song for Lincoln. It moved them to tears. It moved her to tears, and she would do that song for the remaining of her career. She would close all of her concerts with John Howard Payne's Home Sweet Home. Adelina Patti went on. She got married. She married kind of a guy that was a little bit of a worthless dude. They got a divorce, and he took a lot of her money. So she got very, very smart. Her next marriage, she protected herself. After that, she saw to it that she had nobody managing her career but herself. And she paved the way for women in the latter part of the 19th century. Whenever she did a concert, she got $5,000 in gold up front. She told them, you supply the band or the orchestra, whatever you want to call it. They had better know all of my material because I may rehearse and I may not. And she conducted herself that way. She became one of the wealthiest women in the world by 1890. She built her own castle in England. She was recorded there in 1900 by Gramophone Records. She recorded 32 songs. They're available on Amazon.com. And you can hear her sing Home Sweet Home. She did her last concert for the British troops in 1917 for the International Red Cross and passed away in 1919. So she did a very, very good job of paving the way for women in the show business in the 19th century. Home Sweet Home also has a very powerful Civil War connection. On December 29, 1862, the Army of the Cumberland, under the command of Major General William Stark Rosecrans from Sunbury, Ohio, they have maneuvered very, very closely to the Confederate Army of Braxton Bragg. And as they bivouac that night, one of the bands plays, and then a band from the other side plays. And this battle of the bands between the Union and Confederate bands goes on for a little over an hour. Finally, one of those bands plays Home Sweet Home. And when it quits playing, you can hear 80,000 soldiers, Union and Confederate alike, singing Home Sweet Home, the largest choir on the North American continent. A few days later, the Battle of Stones River would claim nearly 14,000 of those voices. So, this song is Home Sweet Home. We could just skip the song and go to the next one since I've talked for so long.
And this is for Andy.
Yeah, we'll just dedicate this to you. Do you have any money? Mid pleasures and palaces, though I may roam, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. A charm from the sky seems to hallow us there, which seek through the world is there met with elsewhere. Home, home, sweet, sweet home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. In exile from home, splendor dazzles in vain. Oh, give me my lowly thatched cottage again. The birds singing gaily that come at my call, give me them with peace of mind, dearer than all. Home, home, sweet, sweet home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. To thee I'll return overburdened with care. The heart's dearest solace will smile on me there. No more from this cottage again I will roam, be it ever so humble. There's no place like home. Home, home, sweet, sweet home. There's no place like home. There's no place like